Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. And I'm very, very excited tonight. We've got Ask the Analyst live, and unfortunately, for Wolf's obviously they're having an issue with his family, and he's still going to be away for another week. But we have Claude Walker tonight. So I think some of you who saw Claude last Tuesday on Ask the Analyst were seriously impressed. So I'm really looking forward to have Claude with us again. Now, he is he's like the wolf. He's a very, very good fundamental analyst and very good at, I think, a lot of these tech stocks. So I'm really looking forward again. So tonight at 7 o'clock, we've got Ask the Analyst Live with Claude Walker. Just before we start, this is just general share advice and not personal advice. We know the markets are tough, and it's hard to, you're looking at all the announcements trying to pull the teeth out of this market really to make money. But we're doing it really well so far this year. Equity Story, I think the trends are doing superbly. Oz4X. So the announcement today was strong. NPAT up 102%. I'll read this to you because it's good. Skander Malcolm, who's the CEO, what he said: "I'm delighted to report such a strong result, which demonstrates excellent momentum across all our key operating metrics." So they're hitting goals. The market's, it's a tough market. They're already up 8%. And Richie, when we put this on as a trend, I think we had about 295 target price. So we're on the way. And you know what? I think if you're not in this, it's not too late to get in and maybe grab another 10%. I thought a strong announcement. And again, congratulations, another huge win for Equity Story. And the trends we're putting on this year have been doing extremely well in and swimming against the tide. So good to see another one that looks like it's going to be a winner. WPL, we got Woodside. So that's on a monthly. Let's put it on a weekly so we can see it a little bit better. We've reiterated this as a trend. And again, we saw the oil prices doing very, very well overnight. So just hold in there. And I think hopefully if you do over time, you're going to be well rewarded. A few announcements. Brambles has talked about takeover. Now it's not so sure. And obviously it's back down 7% today. IHL is up 5% today. Sort of quite a good mover. They're having a bit of success with the FDA. So things are looking quite good. But would I buy that? Nah, it just have to do a lot more. Again, just shows the power of the charts. I mean, every single broker, XRO, they've got the price at $1, $120, $130, and what, down another 4% today. It must be really hard though for a lot of mums and dads who see this and who follow these brokers and sort of get excited, and there's high valuations, but the just market, you can see the Nasdaq was off again overnight. The market's looking just the tech space is hard going, just looking really, really weak, and down she goes again. And you know what? It's hard to explain. Goodman Group again down, and Goodman Group is in some ways it's looked at as a bit of a tech stock, right? Which is, well, it's not. It's like, but because they do a lot of deliveries for the tech sector, maybe that's why it's down. I can't see what other reason it would be down, because again, but if you're in it for the long term, it's still a hold. If not, it's coming down to that monthly trend line. A little bit of a nibble around this sort of area, and hopefully if you do over time, it's over a long period of time, you could be well rewarded. What I thought I'd do today is just have a look at the war stocks, because the market is tough as houses at the moment and still looking very, very, very weak. And it's still the same old pocket. It's the same old pocket, the stocks that look good. And we made money with a lot of the war stocks, but some of them are starting to heat up again. So what I thought I might do is go through these number of war stocks. We can have a look at them in the charts, and maybe we can have a look. Maybe if you were in any of these, maybe it's time to get back in, make some more money, or not. So firstly, let's start in America. I've got Lockheed Martin are holding up very well, and we've got Northrop as well. Now these are obviously the weapons manufacturers in America. The charts are holding up, so get them on your watch list. At the moment, neither of them are looking like a buy. They're looking like sideways, but the charts are actually reasonably positive. So get them on your watch list, see a little breakout. You could have a look at them. Let's go through these war stocks. So we've got S32. you've got to get this on your watch list, get ready to go. It's come back down to trend. We want to see it do a little bit more, maybe pop back over 455. We could be in that for a trade. Santos, looking good. So if you're not in Santos, by the way it's looking now at the moment, this is looking like it's going to break out to record weekly highs. It's looking excellent. And certainly if you're not in Santos, I think it's well worth having a look at. There's a good little price action at the moment. BHP on your watch list needs to hold this level, see if it turns up. We could have a go at it. GNC, you know what, I saw again, wheat up 5% overnight. Wheat looking very, very, very strong. Getting a lot of support now at around this $10. I think this is ready to have another go at, but I think what we got to do is just buy this off for daily. So as soon as we start seeing a good little bit of price action on the daily, maybe a little bit of a breakup over this $10, maybe get back to 10.20, a decent green candle. You know what? I think you can buy that off the weekly. Right place, right commodity, and I think the chart is looking excellent, but just needs to do that a little bit more. We can get back in. Same with Zimplats. You know, it's coming down to trend again. You know, perfect. Finding support, ready maybe for another move up. But again, not just yet. So again, good looking chart. You've got to like that. Weekly, find a bit of support. Yeah, daily is looking a little bit weak at the moment. So we're going to buy it off the weekly. We need it to bounce really back up and start heading back towards 30, but well worth having a look at if it does that. Elders, likewise. I mean, good price action. It's holding, isn't it? Beautifully above that 14. It's been a huge winner for us, but again, I think we just got to buy it for daily. Just need to do a little bit more. It really should have gone on with it yesterday. It didn't. Bit of profit taking. So maybe just still sideways for the time being. But I think if you're in it, you'll still be holding it. Now, here we go. You know, why wouldn't you buy that? Looks fantastic. The price action is very, very good. So if you're not in New Hope and you're not trending it, I think it's well worth having a look at. You've got IPL. Again, holding up extremely well, isn't it? And still looking, so if you're in it, you definitely be holding it. CRN, like I said the other day, I think this was a buy. I still think it's a buy. Great dividend. These coal stocks are doing extremely well and found a lot of support, hasn't it, above that $2. And definitely I don't see why I can't go on with it. Likewise, Origin, if you're not in it, it's in the right space. It's in that certain sections which are moving up. So have a look at it. Whitehaven, you know, this was a great trend. We hit our target price on this last few weeks, and now it's broken up again. You know, if you're in it and you're making money, you can lift your stop loss and you can put it somewhere under 5. You know, is this headed possibly towards $6? I should think so. So you could definitely trade this and put a stop loss. You know, buy around this 516. You could have a stop loss somewhere around that sort of 475 level, and I think it's well worth a trade. It's in the right space, and this is where you've got to go. You just got to follow the money. IGO is actually looking a little bit weaker, so this is a sell. We've seen lithium sort of getting it. Lithium stories, I think, coming off a little bit. Iron ore as well came off a little bit. We need to see those sort of iron ore prices start charging upwards again. Otherwise, I'd be getting out of IGO. Worley Parsons, again, looking good. I mean, if that looks like that by the end of the week, you'd be buying it. And you're saying, right, this is going to go to $16. Looks excellent. Fuel, ETF following the fuel, the obviously oil sector and gas, superb. I mean, moving up absolutely beautifully. ALD, didn't hit our target price last week of 35. I think it was 34.81. I'm sure some people took profits, but listen, fantastic looking chart, doing the right thing. And I think if it doesn't get there this week, it could get there next week. Again, we've got some of obviously the food stocks, AAC moving up very strongly. Coles holding up very, very nicely. Looks excellent. We've got RIC, another little food stock. You know, maybe a little nibble around here. You know, what a beautiful looking chart. Holds that trend line beautifully. Food, you know, we put this on. I think this is worth having a look at. I mean, you can see it's food around the world, shortages, you know, this was trending beautifully, maybe just ran a bit too hard. It's come back to trend, looks excellent. And obviously we've already spoke about Woodside. So, you know, there you are. There's a tough market out there, inflation, interest rates going up. These pockets that we talked about time and time again, these war stocks, the stocks that are really benefiting from this horrible war in Ukraine, are still the story at the moment. So if you're not in any of these, hopefully I've gone through a number today. There's a number that we're obviously trending and trading at the moment, which are doing particularly well. But well worth having a look at these stories. I look forward to meeting, doing tonight with Claude Walker and answering all those questions that I'm sure are going to be coming our way. Thank you very much and have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you. Bye-bye.